Good evening, all. Good evening, all. Anyone can respond. Is my audio okay? Okay. Is my audio audible? Okay. Okay. You can wait for 5 minutes. Some of the students will join. Okay. Let's start our today's class. Okay, Gauss. Okay. Hello, Gauss. Okay. Is my audio audible? Anyone can respond. Okay. Okay. Wait. Let me share my screen. Okay. Is the screen is visible? Okay. Okay. Myself, Somsekhar. I'm a UIX designer. I am going to teach you about UIX design for this short-term internship. Okay. We planned around 45 days of this short-term internship. In this, you can learn up to from beginner uh, to build up to one mini project and one major project. One major project for first 25 days, you can learn about the basic principles of UI and the components and the color theories and typography. All things are covered in 25 days. In last 20 days, you can do one mini project and one major project. One major project. Okay, wait for 1 minute. Someone is logged. Okay, let's see. Today, let's see the 25 days of UX roadmap. Okay, these 25 days covers of entire course covers of 5 weeks and 25 days. There is only one goal. The person who don't know about the design after this small short-term internship, they have the strong foundation in UX design. Okay, in first week, we can learn about the UX foundations. In second week, we can learn about design fundamentals. In third, the third is the main thing. You can learn about the tools like Figma and some AI tools regarding to the UX design and UI design. In fourth week, we can dive into the UX, comp- the complete UX, which involves the all rules and accessibility and user testing. In fifth week, we can do the projects and we can build a strong portfolio. Okay, in the first week, we can learn about the introduction of UX. In this introduction of UX, we can learn about what is UX and what is UI. What is difference between UI UX, role of the UI designer, UX designer, and product designer, and we can learn some case studies like Swiggy, Instagram, and YouTube, and some related apps. In 3 to 4 days, we can learn about the UX research basics, and in day 5, we can learn about problem definition. And in the day 6, we have the one in every week we have one exam at the end of the week on Saturday regarding to the week classes. Okay, in second week in design fundamentals, in basics we can learn about the visual design basics. In 7-8 we can learn color theory and UI colors. In 9-10 you can learn about typography. In day 11 we can learn about the layouts, grids and spacing. In day 11 it is the more important in UI because without layout and grid spacing the design will be not look attractive. That's why day 11 is more important. Day 12 is second test. Okay. Week 3 we can learn about the tools like Figma and some of AI tools. It is not mentioned in this PPT, and we can learn in week 3 related to AI tools. Uh, in week 3 you can learn about the basics to advance of Figma and AI tools related to Figma and UI design. In week 4 you can learn about the UX rules and UX testing, information architecture, accessibility basics, all things we can learn. In week 5 we can do one mini project and one major project regarding to UI and we can build a strong portfolio. Majorly for UI design, Figma is the one of the best tool for UI design. There are many apps related like Figma. One of the we can use one application for the prototype, one for design. We can gather from UI components from one of the applications. There are many tools, and we can learn all these tools in week 3. And we can learn in one. We can learn all the UX methods, UX rules, testing, information architecture, design architecture. We can learn all things. Okay, this entire course is 45 days. We plan for 45 days. In this first 25 days, we can learn about the UX, like color theory, all things. After the 25th day, we can dive into the mini project for 5 days and the major project for 15 days. After this mini project and major project, you can completely know about what is UX design and you can be ready with a strong portfolio. Yeah. Charan? Oh, okay, Charan, can you please off your mic? Okay, can I ask some questions regarding to the roadmap? Okay, anyone can respond? Hello, anyone can respond? ఒక్కరు రెస్పాండ్ కావట్లేదు ఇప్పుడు ఆపారా ఒక్కడు దాని గురించి అడగడం అంటే ఒక్కడు కూడా రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వదు ఆ, ఆ, ఓకే 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 కెన్ యూ ప్లీజ్ రెస్పాండ్ ఫర్ దిస్ క్లాస్ because without responding I can't understand you understand the class or not. Hmm. At least text in the message box. I can see the questions. Okay, it's not a question and answers session. Just we can interact. What I can know what you know about UAX. Let me know what you know about UAX. All of the students can interact with me. You have any doubts regarding to UAX? Ask me, and I will explain in brief. Okay, at least text your questions in my chat box. Okay, okay, some of our students are texting me. Okay, let me give the answers by one by one. One of the student asked, "What skill should I focus on most during this internship?" Okay, the UX is defined by only on principles. Okay, Figma. Okay, many of them assume that if I learn Figma, I can be a UX designer. It's a wrong way because Figma is one of the tool, and not like that. We use for designing one of the components. For designing, we can for editing of photos, we can use Photoshop, Lightroom. These are one software. Like that, Figma is one of the software. With learning of Figma, you can't be a UX designer. To be a want to be a UX designer, we want to learn the all rules of UX laws, and we want to see the problem from the user perception. The skills we want to focus on this internship is design product like design product from user perception. If you design from user perception, like in final you can be a UX designer because user has many problems. We have some of our problems. When we when you can't see the problem from user perception, you can design with your thoughts. User may not like that, not like the product. That's why design products from user perception. In short term internship, we can cover all the UX rules and fundamentals and the design concepts, color theory and typography. After this short term internship, you will have strong foundation in UX design, not on Figma and tools. If you have strong knowledge on UX rules and fundamentals, you have strong foundation in UX design. So is this clear? Is this clear to all? Okay. Okay. Let me go to the next question. So, what is difference between UI and UX? Let me brief one thing. Okay. Okay. Let's start from what is different between UI and UX. Okay. Let me brief one thing. Full form of UI and UX. UX is nothing but user experience. UI is nothing but user interface. We can go from the example. Let's give you. Okay. Let's go from the definition. UI means what you see. That is UI. In simple definitions, we can in detail we can go We can discuss in next classes about the UI UX, complete foundations and fundamentals. From in this session, we can briefly tell about the UI UX. UI is user interface that is that defines what you feel, what you see the product. UX is what you feel. Like you have a sharp knife. You have a sharp knife that is designed according to the user perception. You seen that the handle you hold the knife, it has the finger finger holes, because user when the user holds the knife, it want to feel like you hold it safely. That is UI. The feel you feel when holding a knife, it is UX. That is the difference between UI UX, and we can discuss in detail in next classes with many examples in real time. And I can also ask the real time examples about the UI UX in next classes. Okay, the another question is, what is role of developers in UI UX process? Developers play an important role in turning designs into real. UX designers focus on user experience and interface design. అయిపోయింది కదా, రోడ్ మ్యాప్ అయిపోయింది. ఓకే, అంటే ఇది ఇంటరాక్షన్ సెక్షన్ కి ఇలా పెట్టాను. అవన్నీ నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో చేస్తానండి సార్కి. రోడ్ మ్యాప్ అయిపోయిందండి. ఆ, అది లాస్ట్ లో చెప్పేస్తాను. ఓకే, సారీ ఫర్ ఇంటరప్షన్. Okay, let's continue. What is role of developers in UX process? The developers play a key role in UX process to bring the designs into real-time products. Real-time products. The role of developers in UI UX process is first understand the design requirements. Developers want to study wireframes, UI designs, user flows, prototypes, design systems. After that, UI UX developers want to think about the whether the design can be built technically or not. Is this device is mobile responsive and can respond to any type of screen. Animation should be in limitations. Designers can design anything because they will be not write any code for design. But we want to think about the back-end developers also, because when you give the exact design that want to come into the real time product, the design should be responsive design, animation limitations, and it want to require backend requirements. Okay, we can learn. Okay, just I not included in these 25 days of class. We can learn the HTML, CSS also, fundamentals of HTML, CSS, because we want to know about the fundamentals of HTML, CSS for UIX design. Okay. Any question? You can text on chat box. You can ask any questions regarding to UX design. Okay, you can ask any questions regarding to this session, and any you have any doubts, you can ask about UX. ఆపేసా. మైక్ ఆపేసా. ఎవడు చెప్పట్లే. Okay, at least you can text on chat box. Okay, one of our student asked what is mean by design systems. Okay, design systems is a collection of reusable design styles and components used to keep an app or website consistent. It includes colors, fonts, buttons, icons, spacing, cards, the fields what you input. Okay, instead of designing everything again and again, designers and developers reuse these elements. In simple example, if the button in one screen is blue with round corners, the same style is used everywhere in this app. This consistency is called design system. Okay, why design system is important in UX and UI? Because design systems saves time, keep designs consistent, make teamwork easier, improve user experience. Every design should be consistent. For example, if you are designing a website, in website, one of the screen is in blue color and another screen is in green color and another screen is in yellow color. It is not in. It looks like a bad, and if any of you user can see, they will not attract your website because it is not consistent. Because design must be inconsistent, like font colors, slides, buttons, icons must be inconsistent. That's why design system is very important in UX design. Okay, is there any questions? You can text me on chat box or you can speak. Okay, one of our student asked, what is onboarding in UX? Okay, let me know what is mean by onboarding. Okay, onboarding is nothing but showing new user how to use an app or website. Same thing, it comes in UX. Onboarding in UX means showing new user how to use an app or website when they open it for first time. That's mean by onboarding in UX. Example, welcome screens. Uh, and when you open any app, it shows how to use the app with 3 or 4 slides. That are the onboarding screens in UX. The purpose of onboarding in UX is help the user understand the app easily and quickly. Okay, is there any questions? You can text me in chat box. Okay, can I ask questions? Okay, another question. What is consistency in design? Okay, consistency in design means keeping the same style and behavior throughout the app or website. Example, previously we discussed in design system like that same button style on all screens, same color and font everywhere in that same design, same navigation pattern. Because if you use one color in one page and the not consistent to that color, you can use in next page. It is not a good UX. That's why consistency is main thing in design. If you want to design a product like a app or website, the design must be in consistency in all things like typography, color theory, labels, icons, fields. Many of them doesn't do one or they do one of mistakes in consistency. In fields, they some of the fields will be in rounded corners and some of the in square. It looks like a bad UX. That also should be consistent in every design. In one page, if you design in rounded corners, it must be in all designs. It should be in rounded corners only in that product. That's why consistency in design is main important. Without consistency of the design, the product should looks like a bad UX. If the product is in good UX, it looks good, attractive. Okay, when you post in website also, the search engine optimization is used by UX. If the website is in good UX design, it will be on top. That's why consistency in design is main important. Okay, another question is why is UX important in product design? Okay, UX is important in product design because it helps the product easy, useful, and enjoyable for users. Good UX makes user happy, reduce confusion, saves user time, improve usability, increase customer satisfaction. UX, okay, many of the students or designers think UI is important. UI is not at all important for the UX design. The main thing we want to learn in UX design is UX principles, UX rules. UX is main important in product design and UX design because without UX rules, we can't design a product. You can gather components, UI components from anywhere in some of the websites, but you want to align the websites properly. To align properly and to make the typography clearly and color, you should know the UX rules. That's why UX is important product design. Okay. Okay, one of our students asked about what is the role of HTML in UX. When the designer creates a design, HTML turns the design into real web page. Example, a designer creates a login screen in Figma. HTML is used to build a screen in browser. Okay. Currently, we don't need to know about the HTML CSS because we can extract the code from design. Because the in Figma the new feature added that you can directly generate design to code. Just we want to know the basics of HTML and CSS as a UX designer, like tags and all things we want to learn. Just basics. It will be one or two classes. That's all. So up to this, are you understand? Okay. Let me know about you. Can you introduce you by one? Like name and where are you from and your college. That's all. Okay, you can on your mic and you can speak. Let me know where are you from and which college. Okay, can you respond? Can I know about you? Like name, college, and where are you from? Okay, no one is responding. I lost some question. Okay, okay, Gauss, Gauss. Okay, let me know in your words what is mean by UI. You can test or you can text or you can speak. Gauss, what is mean by UI? Okay, Gauss. Okay, Lavanya, can I know what is mean by UX? Lavanya, can I know what is mean by UX? Okay, okay. From tomorrow onwards, we can start our classes of UX design. Tomorrow is our day one. Today, just we started the basics, not a basics. It's a roadmap for UX design for next 25 days. And after the 25 days, we can start our project. Okay. From today onwards, we can start our classes. After the 25th day, we can start our the one mini project and one major project regarding to the UX design. Okay, one mini project is a design of onboarding experience. One of our students asked about the what is the use of onboarding in UX. That's why in mini project you can create the onboarding screens. In major project, we can discuss about the major project after the mini project. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, join the meet on sharp 5:25 p.m. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know at the last 10 minutes. Because in the middle of the session, if someone asks the questions, it will interrupt the session. If you have any questions, you can ask at last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes is dedicated for the question and answers. If you have any doubts, you can ask freely. Don't feel like a college. It is an interaction section. Not today. Every day we can interact. We can learn from scratch of. After these short-term internship, you can have strong foundation of UX design. Be free. Tomorrow onwards, take one notes on one pen and write the rules and take notes because the notes will helpful. If you listen the class, you don't on that time only it will be on mind. After that, it will be not in present in our mind. That's why make a notes from tomorrow. We can start from tomorrow the process. Last thing, if you don't know the answer, say don't know. Don't search on any AI. If you search on AI, you will not learn anything. If you have any questions, ask directly. You can speak or you can ask in chat box. Okay. Well, thank you.